The catchword in our project is collaboration. It is understanding the needs. It's intervening or raise awareness about intervention. I'm Thalia Dragonas. I'm a professor emerita in social psychology at the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens. I have a long-lasting relationship with Iscte and with Portugal. I've been directing an Erasmus exchange program for students and teacher mobility. I have visited the university many times, lectured here, and this has been a very productive background on which this collaboration was being based. This is a collaborative project, a project that tests ideas across the two continents. 3 universities from Mozambique, 2 universities from Cape Verde, Iscte and the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens are really trying to bring some change in the curricula of the African universities, our partner universities, in terms of teaching humanitarian action. It is a mutually beneficial exercise because we have a lot to learn from our colleagues in Africa, and they have a lot to learn from us. So we are engaged in this 15 days workshop, which was long due because of the restrictions of COVID. So now we are very happy to be all together and be able to exchange in person ideas and plans and methods. It's really something that needs cross-cultural understanding to achieve a common language. And I don't mean a common language linguistically, but a common language of science, of intervention, of cultures. And this is what we are doing these 15 days, less than 15 days at Iscte. And I think it's becoming very productive. It's becoming very interesting. What we are trying to draw are the analogies between education and between humanitarian action, because there are strong ties between these two sectors. They both aim at empowering individuals. They both aim at understanding deeper needs of our learners in education, and deeper needs of the people where humanitarian action is being delivered, humanitarian aid is being delivered. So we're trying to see these analogies and see where these two planes come together, what kind of methods, what kind of values, what kind of epistemologies are being needed, so we achieve what I said before, the empowerment of the individual. The crux of the project is how our partner universities in Mozambique and in Cape Verde can create new modules in their curricula, or they can modify existing modules in their curricula where the notion of humanitarian action is there and it's present. How can it relate to the other subject matters? Maybe health, maybe nutrition, maybe disasters, maybe courses on displacement. How can humanitarian action be a strong component in these modules? What we're trying to see is how can we draw from what happens out there in the context of our studies, in the context of our cultures, in the context of our problems. How can these be understood? How can they be unpacked? And how can these be fed back into the classroom? How can students relate to what happens out there in a critical manner, in a way that allows them to understand what is besides or beyond the obvious subject matter we teach in classroom? What is besides? What is there that can complement the knowledge that that is there in the classroom in any case, in the standard classroom? How can we make that a dynamic situation where society can be part of our curricula and our curricula can be integrated in society for mutual benefit? I think the catchword in our project is collaboration. It is understanding the needs. It's intervening or raise awareness about intervention, because maybe some of our students will not be in a position to intervene, but still raise that awareness of what the complexity of the situation. And another catchword is how we bring research back into the classroom and how we can utilize that in terms of humanitarian action.